Hello, everybody. It's Steve with Sky194, and I appreciate you taking the time to visit and check out my video. And we are back here at Donington Park. Here, I had a request for a setup for the Ferrari 296. So again, this is I'm calling this my safe setup, something that can do really good over a race stint and still have good pace. So let's jump behind the car. See, it's a 127.67. Of course, I go out wide here to get a good angle. Kind of aim for that green on the inside and the outside. Get all the way over. And of course, I'm about a car length, maybe, car length or two from this curbing. That's my brake marker. And downshift and turn in. And again, in the very beginning, the first 2 or 3 laps, it might be a little bit of understeer through here, but that's the way you want it because the car is going to get a little looser. It's going to free up a little bit as the fuel comes off and the tires wear. So it's actually going to get it's going to actually get better. And that's what you want. That way, later on in the race, the car is still holding really good pace and you're not struggling. So, and if anything, a little bit. You don't want too much because then you scrub speed here. But if you get a little bit, it's not the end of the world because you don't want the car to get into a tank slapper through here. Because of course, these were made by passes and these seniors. And if you can carry a good amount of momentum through here and all the way down, it goes a long way since you're basically wide open all the way down. So you can get a good little run through here. So again, it's a little bit is not bad. You just don't want too much. Of course, you cut it right through here, run it out. And through here, basically past the number one there. I hit the brakes. I go in a little deep here because I want to get to where I make a late apex and come in. If you go in here early, it's going to screw you up. It's going to throw you wide. So you want to go in here a little deep and get a good late apex and cut up so you get the drive. Plus, there's a real bad bump here on the curb over here. So again, got to watch that. Use a little bit of green there. Again, up here, I just basically go through fourth, and it's a timing thing because there's really nothing to go off of that you can really see good that you can use. Of course, it helps when you can see the marker up here, but of course, a lot of times it's gone. And that's pretty much perfect going through there. Try to open it up, free up the car so you don't pinch it down. And it goes through the chicane really good. And basically right past between those two markers on the brakes down to second. And I try to hug it as close as I can. And if you look, I'm already getting back on the gas. So basically I start to get back on the gas after I'm going through this first chicane and go through the second part of it. And I mean, I'm actually floored and it goes right through there. It doesn't even upset it. It goes through here really well. Down here between the two boards again. Again, again, try to do a late apex. Open it up. Same thing here. Of course, I usually go off of right where this white curbing is here, right at where this starts. Right back here is pretty much my brake marker. Again, try to do a late apex, hold it in tight, and of course, you see I'm already been on the gas, so you can see there I am wide open right there, and I'm just past probably right around the apex or just past the apex. So I mean I'm actually full throttle already, and basically with the wheel cranked, and you can get the back end of the car to help rotate the car. so you can still get the power down and drive down that little straightaway there. So again, you know, you can manage your TC2 accordingly if it's too much, but if you have it right, you should be able to get on the throttle aggressively, and it be able to help steer you through there. Especially since the Ferrari isn't the greatest at accelerating anyway. It doesn't overpower the tires. That's a 127.58. And again, I started with 55 liters, and that was like the, I don't know, like the 5th lap or 6th lap or something. So again, it starts to get a little quicker as you go. And actually, after this lap here or the next one, I actually only went a little quicker, but I just barely went out of bounds, just barely. So it didn't count, but it was a little faster. So again, it's going to keep clicking those off. You should be running those pretty consistently. As far as the car is, it's all dependent on the driver as far as how consistent it is, but it is very, very easy to drive. And of course, Ferrari's good for that anyway, but then this setup, I tried to complement that. Now, just for everybody so they know, with the aggressive, I ran lower 28s. I think it was like a 28.3. So, I mean, I picked up about 3/4 of a second. So it's not a bad pickup, especially off of a safe setup. Go over to setup. You know, for my safe setup. I mean, not the safe setup. I use the aggressive, but I mean, I went my safe setup. And we got 25 left front, 24.8 left rear, 25.8 right front, and 25.4 right rear. The toe's -0.1 with the camber at -3.8 and the caster at 11. The toe on the rear is a positive 0.1 with the camber at -3.2. Again, everything's pretty good here. Really nothing I'd like to try at all. All is pretty good. Electronics, I got 3, 3, 1, and 5. Again, with this, you could TC2, you might, go down to 4 when the tires are optimal, and or maybe you have to go up later on or something. Just keep that in mind. This is a good happy medium, good to start with. This, a lot of it depends on your track conditions, the temperatures, and all that kind of stuff. Again, all my setups are between 22 and 24, and you can see the temperature right now is 24. I think it was between 23 and 24 when I did this. Fuel, again, 55 liters, number 1 brake pad. Tire wear was really good. Anti-roll bars 3, brake bias is 61. Steering is all the way down. Springs on the front are 188,964 with a bump stop rate of 500 and a bump stop range of 2. And on the rear, the springs are 150,818 with a bump stop rate of 1200 and a bump stop range of 20. Anti-roll bars 4 and preload is 70. So again, all pretty good here. This is probably where I would like to, if I did another setup, concentrate on working on some more spring packages and bump stop rate packages to see if I can get it to hook up a little bit better. Brake bias, I would recommend going down to 60 later. The tire wear is really good, but I would probably get, the first, 4 or 5 laps on it and then go down just so you got the tire wear, not overdoing it when they're, when the tires are still cold and everything, or are not up to temperatures or not up to pressures. But all this is good. Shocks, I have 8112 on the front and 1142 on the rear, all dialed in by Motec, and the graphs came in really good. Aero got 51 in the front, 56 in the rear with a 10 wing, a 4 and a 4 in the brake ducts, and the front aero variation is a 1.3 to the positive. So again, here is pretty good. If you want to, you could probably go down to a 9 wing. It'll probably free up the car a little bit. So again, you might want to try that if you want a little bit more aggressive, or to see about qualifying, if that might help. But like I said, it's something that you can try on your own, or maybe if the conditions warrant it, as far as the track conditions and things like that. They're optimum now, but like, if it was like 17 or 19 degree C, 19C, and the track was cool and things like that, night race, where it was even had a little bit more grip. But again, I think it's a really good setup. And of course, I will put the link in the description. And of course, I hope you give me a like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I really would appreciate it. And thank you to all my supporters, Mark, Stu, and Joseph. I appreciate the support. And again, all my subscribers and supporters for giving me liking and subscribing and sharing and all those things is a really big help too, and I appreciate it. And of course, on my Discord link will also be in the description if you want to head over my Discord channel. And I have these setups over there also, and some also that didn't finish that I just had like a temp setup, like a roughed in setup. I put some of those over there also. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it works good for you, and I hope you come back and visit again really soon. Y'all take care. See ya.